Hey guys, before this video begins, I just wanted to say something. In this video I talk mainly about light spam and people's problems with it, but as I was writing this out, I realized most of what I said can be applied to a lot of the problems people have with other spammable options in For Honor currently. So when I say light spam, assume I mean all forms, not just light spam. Before this video begins, I'd just like to say this video is mostly aimed at the newer generation console guys. If you're still on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, then this doesn't apply to you. You guys may as well just put the controller down at this point. You guys are playing the absolute worst version of For Honor, and that's saying something, considering how straight dumpster water this game is. My heart is out to all the warriors fighting on the equivalent of a Nokia mobile phone. Stay strong, men. Now on to the video. Hello and welcome to the Metaverse. In your opinion, is light spam a problem? Though it's been 6 years, I've still seen comments about this topic float around every once in a while, and thought I'd just say this. Is light spam really a problem, or do you just suck at the game? Now the obvious answer would be yes. It's been 6 years and you are still struggling with the basic fundamentals of this game. But that's too easy. I could end this video now by saying anyone complaining about this is simply having a skill issue, but I won't, because where's the fun in that? I'd also like to put this to bed. Prediction is better than reaction. Call it prediction, reading, fucking future sight, whatever you want to call it. It's better than reaction. Reactionary offense means both sides are basically at a standstill. Let's say in another fighting game, someone went for an overhead, but that shit looked like this. Would you complain? Obviously not. If you can react to it, then it's not a mix-up. Simple as that. Same rules apply to lights. If they're slow, then how could anyone open anyone up? I can react to heavies, lights, bashes, so what else is there left? Like, let's be honest here guys, at this stage of the game, you've been given every possible way to beat light spam. At some point the blame has to fall onto you. Of course you're going to get hit by lights. That's the point. To be fast enough to open you up for mix-up options. Mix-ups are meant to continue that same idea, to continue to force you to interact with oppressive options, with equal or greater return. Granted, some mix-ups can be a bit ridiculous, but lights at this point, lights are the least of our problems. Like seriously. For Honor has given us a multitude of mechanics to out most annoyances in the game. The first and technically most hard is simply parrying. Lights by nature are technically high risk, high return. Landing the light means for most characters your mix-up is immediately online, but the trade-off is if it's parried, you'll eat a shit ton of damage and be on the receiving end of the same oppressive mix. Parrying is simple. If you know how to read an opponent, even if you refuse to read them, there still is a chance you'll parry their next light. I mean shit. It can only come from 3 places. You could simply parry them and pressure them into making mistakes so you can win a round or the game. If you can't react, then you'd better hope God gave you a 99 luck stats today. Another solution was actually built into the fighting mechanics a few years ago: block stun. I'm not going to go in depth with block stun and its various implications in For Honor, but simply put, if they finish their chains with a light, then that means your light attack will be faster than the next attack they throw out, and if they end with a heavy, then their light attack will be faster than yours. Simple. If this doesn't work out for you, then for the most part gaps in lights are big enough for you to dodge attack, which for most characters in For Honor is a starter into full combo, while others you're able to stop opponents and leave them minus on block. There's a plethora of solutions, but they all can be stopped. There will never be a 100% foolproof way to spammable options. You only have one option to make it at least be in your favor. Read. I know that word scares For Honor players, but it's your only option. You can't just go into a fight and throw bullshit and not expect your opponent to not adapt to what you're doing. If you want to be stubborn and yell into the void about lights being overpowered, then by all means go ahead. At the end of the day, I think I've come to the realization that spam is just a part of gaming. Is it annoying? Most definitely, but you can't just remove everything you found annoying, cause then there'd be no game left. I find Way of the Shark on Nobushi to be annoying. Does that mean it should be removed? Annoying strategies will always be a thing, but why would someone switch from something that proves to be the most effective against you? It makes no sense for someone to change up their strategy if it's working on someone just because you don't like it. Doesn't mean someone should stop doing it. It's up to you to parry those lights and powerbomb them into oblivion. Countering them in some way at least 2 or 3 times is enough to force most players who do this to steer away from that playstyle for at least a while. There will always be unfun mechanics to games. Dodge attack spam, light spam, and bash spam is just the poison of choice for For Honor. And if you can't stand this game, then do what all the smart players do and do this.